Hello everyone, Adrienne here and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I record videos on makeup related content. I love eyeshadow palettes, so if you like creating eye looks and figuring out what's going to be the best eye products out on the market, you have found the right channel. I'm also a licensed esthetician and a bridal makeup artist, so occasionally you will see some skincare related videos and some vlogs on how I run my bridal makeup business. But this video today is just a haul of some of the pre-Black Friday sales that I've already picked up. I have some more things that I'm still waiting on, and I do plan to make some more orders. I'm recording this on Friday, November 19th, so a lot of businesses have put stuff on sale already, but a lot of stuff hasn't come up yet. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is going to be Ulta. So I did order some products and they got to me, I think like 2 days after I ordered them, if not the next day. And the first thing I got was a Revolution Beauty, Makeup Revolution, whatever they call themselves. This was the outer carton. They had tape on the end, so I went ahead and took that off so I could get the palette out and show you. It's the Forever Flawless palette. I've wanted this palette for a while, and I know a lot of people are not Revolution, Makeup Revolution Beauty fans because their formulas can be hit or miss. I do have quite a stash of Makeup Revolution palettes, and gosh, did they tape this somewhere else? This is a 10 palette. It's kind of hard to open. It does have a mirror, so I'm going to be careful here. But it is a blue-based palette. Let me scoot over so I'm in frame also. So I was excited to get my hands on this and can't wait to create some looks. I do like a lot of blue eyeshadow looks, and hopefully I have another one of these palettes in this collection, and the formulation of it is pretty good. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be a hit and not a miss for me, but I will definitely make a video when I get into this palette on it because, like I said, it's just such a mystery as to whether or not their products are going to be good, and I want you guys to know, if you like blue tone eyeshadows, what you can expect out of that. And I did catch that palette on sale. It was $10 and something. I'll have to put the price up on the screen. So I think it's regularly a $15 palette. So I have been like him-hawing around for the last 2 years as to whether or not I was going to purchase that palette along with this one that I got from them, and it is the Forever Flawless. I like the outer packaging, and this one is like a tropical vibe palette. Let me put the plastic down on the table. It's also got the mirror in it. But I love the color story of this palette, and every time I would go to Ulta, and also my Target carries this palette. They have a lot of Revolution products in there. I wanted it, and I really wanted it for the matte shades in here. So I'll have to do a video on that and let you know about the quality of this palette too, because I paid $10 for that one also. Same price as the blue palette, but I want you to know if that's going to be good quality or not, because that is a great affordable option for a palette with that many pans of shadow in it at that price. If you can get your hands on it, maybe you would like it. And more drugstore products. This NYX, this was totally like an impulsive buy. This was on sale. I have to put the price on the screen. I don't remember this Born to Glow palette, and I thought this would be, let me stick it up and see if it'll come into focus and not give you guys a glare. I thought this would be a good one, maybe even to shove in my makeup kit for different highlight shades. So at some point I'll probably swatch this. It's taped on the back right here, so I can't get it open, but it does look like it's got shades for every range of person. Hopefully I like the quality of it, and it's not too frosty or too glittery of a product, because I didn't really buy that for myself. I bought it for my pro makeup kit, but if it's glittery, obviously I don't want to use that with flash photography. And this palette I was so excited to get. I have not taken it out of the box. It is the Lorac Fairy Tale Forest palette. I wanted the Noir palette, but that one was sold out, so I did hit the button for them to let me know when it comes back in stock. I should be getting an email. Lorac has just been out of the loop for so long, and there's several of their palettes, like their quality was really good. It's like they just fell off. So I really wanted to see what this palette was going to be all about. Oh wow, but it does look like it's smaller than what I thought it was going to be. Let's open the palette and see what it looks like. This is the little card that comes inside. So I still haven't seen it yet. It does have a mirror and wow, this is pretty. It's not quite what I expected it to be. I thought it would be a little deeper based on the colors that were on the website and the promo pictures that I saw. I'm looking down at it and I don't know what I think of this. I thought the colors were going to be a lot darker. These shimmer shades are lighter than what I expected, but I do really want to try this and make sure that Lorac is still producing the same good quality products it did. Like I have their unzipped palette and is it the gold unzipped or just the gold palette, whatever it is. I have that one and I like both those palettes. So this one actually kind of reminds me of a Milani palette. I think it's the Gilded palette. I'm not sure what it's called. If it's not the Gilded palette, I'll pop the picture up on the screen. But it does remind me of the color scheme of that drugstore palette. It looks so different in the promo pictures than it does in person, but I'm curious as to the quality. I'm not as excited about it seeing it live in person as I was with the promo pictures, but that's all I picked up from Ulta. So the next brand that I did go ahead and pick up a couple palettes from was ABH. This palette I picked up the Norvina Pro Pigment palette for, and this is what the outer box looks like if you haven't seen it. And I thought this was the prettiest thing about that palette when it was released was the outer Unicarton of it. I like the pink outer Unicarton. This is the actual palette. In case you haven't seen it, it might not come into focus well. It may just be kind of cast in a glare for you. But this is what those shades look like. And yes, I'm putting fingerprints all over everything. I put lotion on my hands so I wouldn't have ashy knuckles right before I started recording. And I'm going to take the plastic off of this. I do have to say, looking at this palette, I like it a lot better than the promo pictures. I never even thought about picking this palette up when it initially released because I just thought it looked really bland and I thought it looked washed out. And to tell you the truth, I thought this color scheme from the promo pictures reminded me of a Huge Revolution Beauty palette. And I definitely wasn't going to pay $60 for it. And I still didn't pay $60 for it this time. I caught it on an ABH sale. I don't know if that sale is still going on their website. I paid $36 for it. But after seeing it in person, the colors are a lot more saturated than what I thought. And I do feel a little excited to get into this palette. I basically picked it up because I have the first 3 palettes. And I thought I wanted to complete the collection of these, so with it being on sale for $36, I did go ahead and get it. And based on seeing it on person, I'm happy that I did. Hopefully, when I go to create looks, it's going to have the same quality that the first 3 palettes had. And moving along, since I've already kind of busted myself out and said I wanted to complete the set, I did go ahead and pick up the 5 palette, and this is the Unicarton to it, and I think it's really pretty. It's one of my favorite Unicartons for the palettes out of all 5 of them. And this is what the outside of it looks like, pretty much just like the box. Go ahead and get that opened up. And oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This palette and this color scheme is so me. I wanted all 5 of these so I could do a rankings video. I've only made a video of, I think, the second one, and I'll go ahead and post a card up above if you want to click on that. Also in the description box, post a link to it if you want to go check that video out. But this is such a pretty purple palette, so I can't wait to get in and play with that. And I've also loved the original Norvina palette, and I have a video of that I recorded when it first came out, so I'll put a card up of the Norvina palette, and I think I've got 2 looks in that you can check out. So I'm curious to see how it compares to that, and maybe a couple of those shades will mix and go well together. I imagine both of the palettes will play well together, because it just seems like this is a brighter addition to that first palette. From memory, what I can think of that palette, this seems like it's going to be a brighter addition. But yes, it definitely will get its own video. And I also went to Sephora and shopped the Sephora sale. I'm so excited that we got our new Sephora. It's been open for, I think, about 2 months in the Kohl's, just like most every other city where they're moving out of the JCPenney's. They moved to the Kohl's and they made it so much bigger. And now I'm so happy to shop Sephora, and I'm happy to say that the girls that work in that new store, they are so nice and so helpful. I've been in there twice already, and all the nasty experiences that I used to get when I would visit the Sephora and JCPenney's, all that is gone. I am very happy with the service that I got there. So I'll probably be shopping more Sephora this year. But the first thing that I did pick up, and I hate to fingerprint it with all this lotion, but I don't really have a choice, is, and I gotta wipe it off. They're so pretty. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Powder, and I got this one in, oh my gosh, I know I'm not going to be able to see this sitting here. Number 3. It is the tan. And I got the sample size. These are $15, but I got 15% off with the sale. And I'll go ahead and try to open this. This teeny tiny cute little palette does have a mirror. This is the shade of the powder. So I really got this for under eye. This is the first Charlotte Tilbury product that I have purchased. When I opened my bridal makeup business back up, I went to her website to sign up for a pro account. Like, this powder is something that I wanted to carry in my pro kit and a few of her other products, and also possibly teaching my clients how to do their makeup. I wanted to be able to refer them to purchase her products, you know, for their home use. Well, I never got any response back from their company after filling out their application and meeting their criteria, and I sent an email and let them know, hey, you know, I never received any information, and I've never heard one single word from them. So needless to say, I haven't stocked any of her products in my kit or tried anything until now. And I did pick up a Flawless Filter, what is this, the Flawless Filter liquid foundation, or I don't know what it's called. I basically got this in the shade number 2. I'm not going to be able to show you the actual bottle because it's at my makeup studio. It's in my pro kit, and I did use it on a client last Friday because I purchased the stuff from Sephora on Thursday of last week, but Friday I did use this on this client. And I really did like the way the product performed. I'm really interested in seeing how it's going to layer in different ways and getting the most out of it with other foundations that I use. So that's why I picked that up. And I may get it in my shade, which I think is going to be the 6.5, the 6.5, to try on myself to work with it at home before I use it on clients. I do get a lot of mother of the brides and grandmothers, so making sure that they have a dewy, hydrated look and don't look dehydrated in the winter is especially important to me, and that's why I wanted that product. And I did go and pick up the Huda Beauty Wild Jaguar palette. I wanted this from the first time I went into that new Sephora and saw it. It just wasn't in my budget to be shopping for makeup, and I'm trying to move this around. I don't know what you call that effect that they used to put in the little Cracker Jacks box, the little kids toys, when you would move it around and it would show you a different picture. But the Jaguar palette has been out for a while. The compact does have a mirror, and this is what the color range look like. And I do love cool tone palettes that look like this, so I'm excited to get it and see what the quality of this palette is like. I have a few of her 9pan palettes, and I realize not all of them perform the same, so I'm curious to see what the quality of that palette is going to be like, so I'll be making a video of that. And I know I am so delayed and behind, speaking of Huda Beauty, but I'm just now feeling like I even care about the Naughty palette from last year's Christmas palette. I took it out of the carton. That's what it looks like. It's just a plastic carton for that, but this is what the outer packaging looks like. I'm sure everybody has seen this palette. It's a plastic palette and it doesn't have her eyes on it like they typically do. Let me go ahead and open it in case you haven't seen it. This is what the palette looks like, and it looks like a really burgundy palette. So I'm curious to see what my thoughts are going to be on the formulation of this palette, if I'm going to really like it a lot, or what I think of it, if I think it's worth the $67, which I did get the 15% off when I purchased this. But I'm curious to see this. This does look disgusting, just like what everybody says. It does look like a petri dish of the COVID virus. I'm really not sure like what's up with that, her trying that. But when I swatched this in store, I didn't get to swatch it when it came out because we were in the middle of the whole COVID rage last year and everything was all taped up, so you couldn't swatch it. I may have picked it up when it was a new release last year had I been able to swatch it, but I really liked how it looked on my complexion, so I'm excited to have that. And I did pick up the palette that I'm wearing today, and it is the Rose Quartz palette. This is what the Unicarton looks like, and it released, this is our holiday palette for this year. It released November 1st. This is what the outer packaging looks like, and I'm sure since it's been out for a few weeks, you've probably already seen this, and it's that plastic packaging, just like the Naughty palette. And this is the palette I'm wearing now, and I have a video of this palette. I think I may go ahead and release the video first. I just recorded it before I'm doing this haul. But yeah, this is the Rose Quartz palette, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Obviously, it's going to look used because I just recorded that video. But these are the shades in that palette, and I was happy to get it for the 15% off. So you'll have to watch that video. I think I am going to go ahead and do that one first. So I'll pop a card up so you can go check that out. But this is the Rose Quartz palette, this year's holiday palette. I think I heard from Morgan Turner. Can't remember if it was Morgan Turner that I heard it from, but her Mercury Retrograde palette is supposed to be on sale. I guess it would have to be Sephora if it's not her website, for possibly half off. So I don't have that one. I may pick that one up just because it's 32% off, and I'm wanting to do a ranking video of her bigger palettes, go over which ones I like and which ones I don't like before the end of the year. So I may pick up the Mercury Retrograde. I do have a knockoff palette of that from C Color Cosmetics, so I may just use the knockoff palette. I haven't really decided yet. If you could, in the comments section, let me know if you're curious and seeing the legit palette still, or if you even care about that anymore, or want me to have that for a rankings video, because I can just rank it with the dupe. But let me know what you think of that. And the last and final palette that I picked up, I am so shocked that I got this palette. I did not think I wanted it at all. It is the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and this is the Unicarton, and it's pretty, you know, basic and boring. Nothing exciting there to see. Lynette from LBD Beauty, I remember talking to her on the phone about this palette, and this is the outer packaging. It's the same as the box, really nothing exciting to see. And I remember when she recorded her video of it and she was talking to me about this palette, and I was like, girl, nothing about that palette excites me. I don't want it. And you know, for a $65 palette, I was thinking, I don't want to spend $65 on that because I don't think I'll touch it. Well, I started thinking maybe I wanted it to go in my bridal makeup kit, that these would be great colors for a cool tone look or a true neutral look, because most of the palettes that are out tend to, I find that I have to be really, most of the palettes that are out, I find that they tend to want to go more of a warmer shade. And a lot of times I don't want a warm look at all on my brides. I want a cool tone or a truly neutral palette. So I was thinking about it possibly for that, and having the new Sephora there, and since it's bigger now, we get Natasha Denona palettes in the store. So I was able to swatch this, and once I saw what it looked like on my complexion, I had to have it. Like, this may or may not make it to the bridal kit. We'll see. I obviously just swatched it on my arm. I haven't done any looks with it. I wanted to do all that with you guys first. So it was a shocker that I got that. Not really a shocker because I thought it, like I said, it could be good for my kit, but at 15% off, I thought it was the best time to get it. And so I'm trying right now, since I'm running the business locations and stuff, to watch when I get makeup and how I buy it, you know, try to get it on sale. Maybe my makeup budget will increase next year a little bit more and kind of go back to normal. I'll just have to see how things continue to move and go with business. And the elephant in the room, I am wearing my natural hair. I have been wearing my natural hair off and on for the last couple months. I just get tired of having wigs on and keeping up with them. So I'll still do some wigs occasionally on my channel, but I just did a roller set, spiral roller set on it last night on my natural hair. Let me know if you guys are interested in any hair content. I do have a separate hair YouTube channel that I've never really talked about on this channel before, and I haven't posted any updates on in a couple of years, so who knows, maybe I'll pop back over there and start making some content. But for right now, these are all the products that I've ordered that have come in. I am waiting on more packages, and as soon as that stuff comes in, I think I'm going to wait for everything to come in all at once and do another haul, because I don't want to keep doing little snippets of hauls here and there. But I will be busy creating more content on some of these palettes that I got. And if you haven't seen the video that I just posted on my room tour, you'll want to watch that. Also, I'll link a card for that up above, because I showed a whole bunch of other palettes that I haven't announced that I have that have been released within the last year. Some of them are higher end, some of them are luxury palettes that I haven't announced that I had. So you are more than welcome to, at the bottom of those videos, like, request what you want and order what you want to see first over the holiday season. But thank you so much for coming to my channel today and watching this video. And if you've stayed this long, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you guys soon.